Hey guys, it's Matt. So this week's topic is who we came out to first and someone that we like really treasure the most and who's helped us. Um, so the first person I came out to was um, another trans guy who um, we were Facebook friends because he lived in like the next like a town over or something like that. And we had mutual friends, and so um, we just became Facebook friends like a few years ago. And so I saw that he actually transitioned, and so I kind of asked him about it. Um, and he was like kind of explaining to me about all this stuff, like how he felt and what testosterone does, and like what you have to do to get on it, and about surgeries and stuff. And so I told him I was like, this is perfect. Like this is exactly how I've been feeling. This is um, the changes that testosterone does. That's what I want for myself. And so he was actually the first person that I talked to about it and got information from. Um, so he was definitely so he was like the first person I came out to, and actually said, you know, I'm transgender. Like I wanna change genders. Um, and that was really cool because it was cool coming out to someone was who knew how I felt, and was starting the process. So that I think really helped me kind of recognize that I'm not the only one that's completely normal to feel the way I did, because it's completely normal. Like there's so many more people now coming out because they're feeling comfortable and they're not feeling alone. So it's I remember when I started feeling, inadequate with my body, my appearance, like, um, I didn't think it was normal, and I didn't think anyone else felt the same way I did. It's a really confusing feeling because, especially as a teenager, of course you're uncomfortable with your body, like most teenagers are. But adding on to wanting to be a different gender, like it's just a very confusing time. So, um, I recommend that if you do have questions or concerns, or you're not sure, definitely talk to someone. I'm definitely open to talking. Um, any of the guys on here, I'm sure, are just as willing to talk. So you can add any of us. We always add our social media um, in the description below, so you can add any of us or all of us and ask us questions. The one person that I treasure the most, um, definitely my brother. Um, he lives in Washington. I live in California. He lives there with my real mom, and then I live here with my dad. So, and like we're full brothers. Um, but when our parents split up, like a year later, my dad moved to California, and I moved with him, and my mom stayed, and he stayed, and so um, definitely throughout like the past year and a half, probably like since, because I started testosterone, like I came out around the same time my parents separated, and so both of those things, both of those things, it's a tongue twister. Both of, oh my god, I can't say it. Whatever. Those two things brought us together, um, and we became really close. Like we did a lot of things together, and we just I became more of his brother than, because he's known me. He's 16, and so he's known me, you know, 15 years of his life. Actually, 16, because he's almost 17. So he's known me 16 years of his life as his sister, and so now that he's gaining a brother, and at first he was really like he was cool with it and everything, but I don't know, he's a very closed person, so he doesn't like to share personal information with people. He's not just one to be like, did you know this? Do you know that? He's not open. He's not an open book at all. Like me, for instance, I am. like, you can come to me, ask me anything, and, you know, I'll pretty much tell you whatever you want to know, within reason, of course. But yeah, so he didn't really like, he wasn't open about my transition, and I was totally fine with that. But um, eventually, you know, he got used to it and he grew on it, and it just made us closer. And he's been there for me through a lot. Like, I've been through a lot. He's been through a lot. So we just, you know, we used to not be super super close, but now we've gotten a lot closer, and it's really cool actually. Um, but yeah, so that's definitely the one person that I treasure the most. I would I would do anything for that kid. Um, his name's Zane. In case you guys, for those who don't know. But yeah, and he goes to Sumner High School, in Washington. Um, but yeah, so that he's an awesome kid. He plays soccer for MRFC, and then he does school soccer. Um, and he usually does wrestling for the school, but this year he didn't because he had driver's ed, so he didn't have time. But yeah, he's really really good at sports. He's good at school. Um, he's a stud. He's a stud with the ladies. So he's just a full package, you know. And he's a really good brother. He is. He's a good dude. So yeah, that's definitely the person that I treasure the most out of anyone in the world. My brother. Um, but yeah, so like I said earlier, if you have questions, concerns, if you're, you know, questioning your gender, your sexuality, it doesn't matter, like gay, lesbian, trans, whatever, just, you know, you can hit me up. You can talk to any of the other guys on this channel. I mean, if you know any of, like, anyone personally, or um, friends on Facebook or Twitter, whatever, you know, just ask them, because guarantee you they'll um, answer your questions as well. But I'm always, you know, free, and you know, but yeah, just wanted to give you that option. Um, but yeah, so I'll talk to you guys. Well, I won't talk to you later. I'll make a video for you next week. Bye.